These floating fortresses can eliminate threats before they're even visible, armed with technology so advanced it feels like science fiction. But have you ever wondered what really happens inside these steel giants? What is life like for the brave sailors who call these warships home? What is a destroyer? A destroyer is more than just a warship. It's a marvel of modern engineering and a symbol of naval power. Picture this: a sleek, fast, and heavily armed ship gliding across the ocean, ready to take on any threat that dares to appear on its radar. Destroyers are the workhorses of the U.S. Navy, designed to dominate the seas with speed, agility, and firepower. But what exactly makes a destroyer so special, and why are they such an essential part of the Navy? Unlike massive aircraft carriers or hulking battleships, destroyers are built to move quickly and strike hard. They are versatile vessels capable of handling a variety of missions, from defending against enemy aircraft and submarines to launching powerful missile strikes. These ships are like the Navy's Swiss Army knife. They can do it all, whether operating independently or as part of a larger fleet. The role of a destroyer in the U.S. Navy is as critical as it is diverse. In offensive operations, destroyers are armed to the teeth with long-range missiles, torpedoes, and advanced weapon systems. They can target enemy ships, submarines, and even land-based threats from miles away. On the defensive side, destroyers are equipped with cutting-edge radar and missile systems to protect not just themselves, but also the larger fleet they're supporting. Think of them as the bodyguards of the Navy, ready to intercept enemy missiles or aircraft before they can cause any damage. Now, let's dive into the two main classes of destroyers currently serving in the U.S. Navy: the Arleigh Burke class and the Zumwalt class. The Arleigh Burke class destroyers are the backbone of the fleet. They are some of the largest and most powerful destroyers ever built, equipped with advanced Aegis combat systems that allow them to track and neutralize multiple threats simultaneously. These ships are armed with an impressive arsenal, including SM-2 and SM-6 missiles for air defense and Tomahawk cruise missiles for striking land and sea targets. With their versatility and sheer firepower, Arleigh Burke destroyers are true multi-mission warriors. On the other hand, the Zumwalt-class destroyers are like something out of a science fiction movie. These futuristic ships are designed with stealth technology, making them nearly invisible to enemy radar. Their angular, sleek design helps reduce their radar signature to that of a small fishing boat, even though they are massive in size. But don't let their stealthy appearance fool you. They pack a serious punch. Zumwalt-class destroyers are equipped with advanced weapon systems, including long-range anti-ship missiles, LRASM, and AGMs for precision strikes. They also have an innovative electric propulsion system, making them more efficient and quieter than their predecessors. What's fascinating about destroyers is how seamlessly they operate within larger naval fleets. These ships don't just roam the seas alone. They are integral parts of task forces like carrier strike groups, amphibious ready groups, and surface action groups. For instance, in a carrier strike group, the destroyer acts as the first line of defense for the aircraft carrier, protecting it from enemy submarines, missiles, and aircraft. Their advanced radar systems, such as the AN/SPY-6, can detect threats from hundreds of miles away, giving the fleet ample time to respond. In amphibious ready groups, destroyers play a crucial role in ensuring the safety of troops during amphibious landings. They provide air defense, fire support, and even aid in rescue operations if needed. Their ability to adapt to different roles makes them indispensable in complex naval operations. One of the most impressive aspects of destroyers is their speed and agility. These ships can travel at speeds of up to 28 knots, about 32 miles per hour, and turn on a dime, making them incredibly hard to target. This speed, combined with their advanced weaponry and defense systems, allows destroyers to respond quickly to threats and carry out missions with precision and efficiency. They're not just warships, they're floating fortresses, capable of protecting the fleet, enforcing maritime law, and projecting power across the globe. Whether they're patrolling the open seas or engaging in high-stakes combat, destroyers are the unsung heroes of the Navy, ensuring that no matter the challenge, the fleet remains safe and ready for action. Cutting-edge technology and weapon systems. When it comes to modern warfare, technology is everything. The U.S. Navy's destroyers are floating showcases of some of the most advanced systems in the world, blending cutting-edge innovation with devastating firepower. These ships are designed not just to survive in high-risk combat environments, but to dominate them. One of the standout features aboard U.S. Navy destroyers is the Aegis combat system, a marvel of modern engineering. Imagine a computer system so powerful it can track hundreds of targets simultaneously, from enemy aircraft and missiles to submarines and surface ships. The Aegis system is like the brain of the destroyer, coordinating radar, weapons, and communication systems to ensure the ship can respond to any threat in real time. It uses radar, like the AN/SPY-6, which is so advanced it can detect incoming missiles from hundreds of miles away, even stealth ones designed to avoid detection. With Aegis, destroyers can not only defend themselves, but also protect entire fleets, acting as a shield against airborne and surface threats. Speaking of weaponry, let's talk about Tomahawk cruise missiles. These long-range missiles are among the most versatile weapons in the Navy's arsenal, capable of striking targets over 1,000 miles away with pinpoint accuracy. Tomahawks can hit enemy ships, submarines, and even land-based targets. Imagine launching a missile from a destroyer in the middle of the ocean and hitting a specific building or bunker on land. This is the kind of precision the Tomahawk offers. It's not just a weapon, it's a strategic tool that allows destroyers to project power across vast distances without ever coming into the enemy's line of sight. But destroyers aren't just about offense. They're also masters of defense. For underwater threats, they rely on anti-submarine torpedoes, such as the Mk-54 lightweight torpedo. These torpedoes are designed to hunt down enemy submarines lurking beneath the waves. Equipped with advanced sonar and targeting systems, they can track and destroy submarines with incredible efficiency. Submarines may be stealthy, but these torpedoes are smarter, ensuring that no underwater threat goes unchecked. These ships look like something out of a sci-fi movie, and their technology backs up their appearance. The most striking feature of the Zumwalt class is its stealth design. Unlike traditional warships, which have a large radar signature, the Zumwalt class destroyer has an angular, almost alien-like shape that significantly reduces its radar cross-section. To enemy radars, a ship this massive appears no bigger than a small fishing boat, making it incredibly hard to detect. This stealth capability allows the Zumwalt class to operate closer to enemy territory without being noticed, giving it a huge tactical advantage. In addition to stealth, the Zumwalt class is equipped with an integrated electric propulsion system. This system makes the ship quieter, more efficient, and capable of generating enough power to support advanced weapons like railguns and lasers in the future. It's a glimpse into the next generation of naval warfare, where stealth and efficiency are as important as firepower. No discussion of destroyer technology would be complete without mentioning the Close-In Weapon System, CIWS, also known as the Phalanx. Think of it as the ship's last line of defense. This fully automated weapon system uses a 20mm Gatling gun to create a wall of bullets capable of destroying incoming missiles, aircraft, and even small boats. It's incredibly fast, firing up to 4,500 rounds per minute, and accurate enough to intercept threats just seconds before they hit. Imagine a missile hurtling toward the ship at supersonic speeds, only to be obliterated in midair by the CIWS. It's an amazing example of how technology can turn the tide in life or death situations. All these technologies, Aegis, Tomahawks, anti-submarine torpedoes, stealth design, and CIWS, work together to ensure the destroyer's survival in the most dangerous environments. Whether it's dodging enemy missiles, countering submarine attacks, or launching precision strikes, these ships are prepared for anything. The integration of these systems makes destroyers not just powerful, but practically unstoppable. Take the AN/SPY-6 radar, for example. This next-generation radar can detect threats from hundreds of miles away, even in bad weather or cluttered environments. Its ability to track multiple targets simultaneously ensures that destroyers are always one step ahead of the enemy. Pair this with the Zumwalt class's ability to move undetected, and you have a warship that's as elusive as it is deadly. Life aboard a destroyer. Life aboard a destroyer is a world away from the comforts of life on land. Imagine living in a space that feels more like a maze than a home, with narrow corridors, low ceilings, and the constant hum of machinery. For the sailors who serve aboard these floating fortresses, this is their reality. It's challenging, no doubt, but it's also a life filled with camaraderie, purpose, and a shared sense of duty. The sleeping quarters on a destroyer are what you might call cramped at best. Sailors sleep in bunk beds, stacked 3 high, with just enough room to sit up. Each sailor has a small locker and a tiny space under their bunk to store their belongings. Privacy? Forget about it. Shared spaces, like the galley and lounges, are minimal and functional. Everything aboard a destroyer is designed for efficiency, not comfort. But somehow, sailors manage to make it work. Despite the lack of personal space, a sense of family develops among the crew. When you live and work in such close quarters, you learn to rely on one another. Whether it's sharing a laugh during a meal or helping out during a tough day, sailors forge bonds that are hard to break. It's not unusual for crew members to refer to each other as brothers and sisters. It's a camaraderie born out of shared challenges and mutual respect. Daily life aboard a destroyer follows a structured routine. The ship operates 24/7, so sailors work in shifts, ensuring that every role is covered at all times. Mornings might start with training drills, from fire response to combat readiness. These drills are intense, designed to prepare sailors for any scenario. Afterward, there's maintenance work to ensure the ship's systems are in top shape, from engine checks to weapon calibrations. Every task is critical to the destroyer's mission, but it's not all work and no play. During downtime, sailors find ways to relax and recharge. Some hit the gym to blow off steam, while others gather in the lounge to watch movies or play video games. Recreational activities like card games, reading, or even writing letters home are common. And let's not forget about meals. While the galley may not serve 5-star cuisine, mealtime is a chance for sailors to come together, share stories, and unwind. However, life aboard a destroyer isn't without its challenges. The physical toll of living at sea is real. Seasickness can hit even the most seasoned sailors, especially during rough weather. The constant motion of the ship takes some getting used to, and tasks like walking or sleeping can become a balancing act. Add to that the strain of long deployments, often lasting months, and you've got a recipe for exhaustion. The psychological challenges are just as significant. Being away from family for extended periods is tough, and the stress of living in a high-stakes environment can take a toll. Imagine being thousands of miles from home, surrounded by nothing but ocean, with the constant awareness that danger could strike at any moment. It's no surprise that mental health is a priority for the Navy. Onboard counseling services, peer support groups, and regular communication with loved ones help sailors cope. Despite these hardships, sailors find strength in their shared mission. They know they're part of something bigger than themselves, a team dedicated to protecting their country and supporting one another through thick and thin. It's a life that demands resilience, adaptability, and a sense of humor. But for those who choose it, the rewards are worth the sacrifices. Sailors' roles and responsibilities. Every sailor aboard a destroyer has a specific role to play, and each one is vital to the ship's operation. Think of the destroyer as a living organism, with every crew member acting as a critical part of the whole. From the commanding officer to the deck crew, everyone has a job to do, and teamwork is the glue that holds it all together. At the top of the chain of command is the commanding officer, or CO. This person is responsible for the overall operation of the ship, from navigation and combat strategy to crew morale. The CO makes the big decisions and ensures the destroyer is always ready for action. Working closely with the CO is the executive officer, or XO, who acts as a bridge between the officers and the crew. The XO is a jack of all trades, managing everything from technical operations to daily schedules. Below them are the ship's officers, who specialize in different areas like navigation, engineering, and combat systems. Navigation officers plot the ship's course, using advanced tools like GPS and radar to ensure safe passage. Combat officers oversee the ship's weapon systems, coordinating everything from missile launches to radar operations. Meanwhile, the engineering team keeps the ship running smoothly, maintaining engines, electrical systems, and more. One of the unique aspects of serving on a destroyer is the emphasis on cross-training. Sailors aren't just trained for one job. They're prepared to handle multiple roles. For example, a radar operator might also be trained in firefighting or first aid. This versatility ensures that the ship can operate efficiently, even in emergencies. If a crisis strikes, every sailor knows how to step in and help, regardless of their primary role. The training regimen aboard a destroyer is no joke. Sailors undergo rigorous preparation before deployment and continue training throughout their service. Weapons handling, damage control, and emergency response are just a few of the skills they master. Firefighting drills are particularly intense, simulating real-life scenarios with smoke, heat, and confined spaces. It's not just about learning the procedures. It's about building the confidence to act decisively in high-pressure situations. Beyond technical skills, sailors are trained to work as a cohesive team. Teamwork is crucial on a destroyer, where every task impacts the ship's overall performance. Whether it's launching a missile or repairing a broken system, sailors rely on each other to get the job done. This sense of interdependence is what makes the crew more than just colleagues. It makes them a family. Combat operations and preparedness. Combat on a destroyer is nothing short of an intense, high-stakes chess game played in real time, where every move matters, and the consequences are enormous. When a destroyer enters combat mode, everything shifts into overdrive. The ship transforms from a bustling workplace to a fortress ready to defend itself and strike back with precision. It all begins with the alarm, a piercing sound that instantly grabs everyone's attention. This is the call to battle stations. Within seconds, sailors drop whatever they're doing and rush to their assigned positions. The air becomes thick with urgency, but not panic. Everyone knows their role, and years of training kick in like second nature. The ship's systems come alive as radar and communication networks buzz with activity. At the heart of the action is the Combat Information Center, or CIC. Think of it as the brain of the destroyer during combat. Located deep within the ship, the CIC is where critical decisions are made. Here, radar operators, sonar specialists, and weapons controllers work together, analyzing data from the ship's advanced systems. Radar operators monitor threats in the air and on the surface, using systems like the AN/SPY-6 to detect enemy aircraft, missiles, and ships hundreds of miles away. Meanwhile, sonar specialists keep an ear out for submarines lurking below the surface. The weapons systems team springs into action based on the CIC's analysis. They operate everything from missile launchers to the Phalanx Close-In Weapon System, CIWS, which can fire thousands of rounds per minute to neutralize incoming threats. Imagine the precision and coordination required to intercept a missile traveling at supersonic speeds. This is what these sailors train for. Every decision, every action is timed to the millisecond, and mistakes are not an option. But combat isn't just about offense. It's about survival too. This is where the damage control teams come in. These sailors are the unsung heroes of the ship, tasked with keeping it afloat and operational during and after an attack. If a missile hits or a fire breaks out, they are the first to respond. Armed with firefighting equipment and repair tools, they rush to contain the damage, extinguish fires, and seal off flooded compartments. It's dangerous work, often performed in extreme conditions with thick smoke, intense heat, and limited visibility. Seamless communication is the lifeline of combat operations. From the commanding officer on the bridge to the sailors in the CIC and on deck, everyone must stay connected. Orders are given, updates are relayed, and decisions are made in real time. Leadership plays a crucial role here. The commanding officer must process a constant stream of information and make split-second decisions that could mean the difference between victory and disaster. Teamwork under pressure is what keeps the destroyer running like a well-oiled machine. Every sailor knows their role, but they also know how to step in and support others when needed. It's this level of coordination and trust that allows the crew to handle the chaos of combat. They rely on each other, not just for technical expertise, but for moral support. knowing that they're all in this together. Combat on a destroyer is a test of skill, resilience, and teamwork. It's a high-stakes environment where every second counts, and every crew member plays a vital role. Through rigorous training, advanced technology, and unshakable camaraderie, these sailors ensure that their ship not only survives, but thrives in the face of danger. Maintenance and upkeep. A destroyer may be a marvel of engineering, but like any machine, it requires constant care and attention to stay in peak condition. Maintenance aboard a destroyer isn't just about fixing things when they break. It's about preventing problems before they start and ensuring the ship is always ready for action. Let's take a closer look at the meticulous processes that keep these warships operational and the incredible effort that goes into their upkeep. Preventive maintenance is the cornerstone of keeping a destroyer in fighting shape. Think of it like regular checkups for a car, but on a much larger and more complex scale. The ship's systems are constantly monitored using advanced technologies. Vibration sensors, for example, are used to detect anomalies in rotating machinery like engines and missile launchers. If something is off, say, an imbalance or unusual wear, it's flagged for immediate attention. Oil analysis is another critical part of preventive maintenance. Samples are taken regularly from the ship's engines and other equipment. These samples are analyzed for impurities, such as metal shavings or contaminants, which can indicate potential issues. This allows engineers to address problems before they escalate, saving time and money in the long run. Ultrasonic testing is yet another tool in the maintenance arsenal. This technology is used to check for cracks or weaknesses in the ship's structure, particularly in welds and pipes. It's a non-invasive method, meaning the ship's systems don't have to be dismantled to perform the tests. This is crucial for identifying potential points of failure without disrupting operations. Despite the best preventive measures, damage does occur, especially during missions or in harsh sea conditions. This is where corrective maintenance comes into play. Repairs can range from minor fixes, like replacing a worn-out part, to major overhauls that require the ship to be taken out of the water and into a dry dock. In dry dock, the ship is thoroughly inspected, and damaged components are repaired or replaced. This can include everything from overhauling engines to repairing the hull. The cost of maintaining a destroyer is staggering. For instance, a single repair operation for an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer can cost up to $81 million. That's why preventive maintenance is so important. It minimizes the need for costly corrective actions and ensures the ship is ready for its next mission. The crew plays a vital role in maintenance too. Sailors are trained to perform routine checks and basic repairs as part of their daily duties. This includes everything from cleaning and lubricating machinery to inspecting systems for wear and tear. Their attention to detail helps catch small issues before they become big problems. It's not just about keeping the ship running. It's about ensuring the safety of everyone aboard. A well-maintained ship is less likely to experience mechanical failures, fires, or other emergencies that could put the crew at risk. It's a responsibility that every sailor takes seriously, knowing that their efforts contribute to the overall mission. The future of destroyers and naval warfare. The future of destroyers and naval warfare is nothing short of fascinating. If you think the technology aboard today's destroyers is impressive, just wait. What's coming next will blow your mind. Emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, AI, robotics, and next-generation radar systems are poised to transform these already incredible ships into even more formidable tools of defense and power projection. One of the most exciting developments is the integration of artificial intelligence. Imagine a ship that can analyze data, identify threats, and make real-time decisions faster than any human could. AI is like giving the destroyer a brain of its own, one that never gets tired or distracted. For instance, AI-powered systems can sift through enormous amounts of radar and sonar data to detect potential threats that might otherwise go unnoticed. They can predict enemy movements, optimize defensive strategies, and even control autonomous drones for surveillance or attack missions. The beauty of AI is that it doesn't just react, it learns. Over time, these systems can adapt to new challenges, making destroyers more effective in unpredictable combat situations. For sailors, this means less time spent on routine tasks and more focus on critical decision-making. It's like having a super smart assistant that's always one step ahead. Then, there's robotics. Another game changer in naval warfare. Picture small, unmanned drones patrolling the skies around a destroyer, scanning for threats while keeping human operators out of harm's way. Or, imagine underwater robots conducting reconnaissance missions, mapping the ocean floor, or even neutralizing mines. These robotic systems are like the ship's extended senses, able to go where it's too dangerous or difficult for humans to operate. Robotics isn't just about external drones, though. Inside the ship, robotic systems can assist with maintenance, repairs, and even firefighting. Think about how challenging it is for sailors to navigate tight, smoke-filled spaces during a fire. Now imagine a robot equipped with sensors and fire suppression tools doing the job instead. It's safer for the crew and ensures critical systems can be repaired faster in emergencies. Another area of rapid advancement is next-generation radar systems. The radars of the future will be even more powerful and precise than today's AN/SPY-6 systems. These radars will have greater range, higher resolution, and enhanced ability to detect stealthy targets like submarines or low-flying missiles. They'll be able to track hundreds of objects simultaneously, even in the most cluttered and chaotic combat environments. This level of precision is vital as threats become faster and more complex. One of the most intriguing aspects of these new radar systems is their potential integration with electronic warfare technologies. Imagine a radar that doesn't just detect threats, but can also jam enemy communications or disrupt incoming missiles. This kind of offensive capability turns the radar into a multi-purpose tool, making destroyers even more versatile. But how do sailors prepare for these advanced systems? That's where virtual reality, VR, comes into play. VR is revolutionizing how sailors are trained, offering realistic simulations that mimic real-world scenarios without the risks. Imagine putting on a VR headset and stepping into a virtual destroyer. You can practice everything from navigating the ship to firing weapons, all in a safe, controlled environment. What makes VR training so effective is its ability to replicate high-stress situations. For example, sailors can experience a simulated missile attack, complete with alarms, flashing lights, and the chaos of combat. This kind of training builds muscle memory and confidence, ensuring that when the real thing happens, they're ready to respond. VR also allows sailors to train on the latest technologies before they're even deployed, so they hit the ground running when they step aboard a new ship. Looking further ahead, we can expect destroyers to become more energy efficient and sustainable. Advances in propulsion systems, like integrated electric drives, are already making ships quieter and more fuel efficient. This not only reduces operating costs, but also makes destroyers harder to detect. In the future, we might even see destroyers equipped with renewable energy systems or advanced batteries that allow them to operate for longer periods without resupply. All these advancements point to one clear trend. The role of the human crew is evolving. While technology takes on more of the heavy lifting, sailors will focus on strategic decision-making and system oversight. This shift reduces risks to human life while enhancing the ship's overall effectiveness. It's a win-win for both the Navy and the sailors who serve. In many ways, the future of destroyers reflects the broader evolution of warfare. Faster, smarter, and more precise, these ships will continue to be at the forefront of naval power, adapting to new threats and challenges with the help of cutting-edge technology. As AI, robotics, and VR become standard tools of the trade, destroyers will become even more formidable, ensuring they remain a cornerstone of the U.S. Navy's dominance on the seas. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.